Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Lab animal investigation. State officials tell Local 4 they're considering a probe into reports that dogs and cats used in experiments at Wayne State were euthanized without a chance for adoption. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Now the Humane Society of Huron Valley and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine are calling for an investigation. And the Physicians Committee published documents obtained from Wayne State that they say prove the researchers killed more than 150 dogs since 2010.
They also say the animals don't have names, just numbers. Victor Williams spoke with the groups calling for answers. And Victor, if these claims are true, this would be illegal.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, Kimberly and Ty, some of the things that we've been hearing happening on the campus of Wayne State University with these dogs are downright disturbing. We did not believe it ourselves. That's until we took a look at these public records here. But we want to warn you, some of the whistleblower video that you're about to see is hard to watch.
Wayne State's been trying to keep this a secret for a very long time. The dogs are held in a windowless basement cages in underground on the medical campus.
Ryan Merkley, the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine's Director of Research Advocacy, says the experiments being done to man's best friend at Wayne State University in the name of researching human heart health is an outdated method that's killed hundreds of dogs since 1991.
They surgically tunnel cables and wires out of their backs. They force them to run on treadmills while they raise their heart rates to 2 to 3 times the normal level. This is what public records are showing us.
Public records show that at least 152 dogs have been euthanized or found dead at Wayne State since 2010. Some would say these dogs are literally being run to death by the university. But when one dog couldn't run on the treadmill to complete the experiment, that's when it was no longer seen as any use and euthanized.
They say very explicitly on the last day of the dog's life, wouldn't run on the treadmill, meaning he wouldn't participate in the experiments. Wayne State didn't try to save this dog's life. They didn't even try to close the wound on his paw. Instead, they made up excuses and they rushed to kill him.
In the end, the dog wasn't even given a name.
Dog 3002 was absolutely adoptable, and an outside veterinarian agrees with us.
WSU would not comment on the allegations, but they sent Local 4 this letter from their veterinarian stating why dog number 3002 had to be euthanized. Even still, the Physicians Committee is saying that not getting a second opinion and immediately putting the dog down was a violation of Teddy's Law, which says that labs must adopt out those dogs that are able. That's exactly why they want the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development to look into the matter.
Last we heard, the agency's looking into it, and we're hoping they'll launch an investigation.
Now, at this point, we are waiting to hear if the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development will be able to investigate. Keep it right here for any updates that we may have. Victor Williams, Local 4.
So, Victor, is there anything being done to stop the experiments on these dogs altogether?
Yeah, actually, they're working on Queenie's Law right now on a state level that would actually eliminate all of this being done to those poor animals. So if that does pass, then this will no longer be happening right here at Wayne State University.
Okay. Victor, thank you.
New tonight, we're seeing video for the first time showing the terrifying moments a knife-wielding man attacks shoppers inside a Garfield Township Walmart near Traverse City, seemingly at random. The video has been edited to censor the most graphic parts. You're watching it here. It shows the suspect, that's Bradford Gilley, 42 years old, approaching a shopper in the middle aisle and just attacking them. There's no audio, and we still don't know officially what caused Gilley to attack, but we do know he was suffering from severe mental illness for many years. In the video here, you see Gilley seems to head toward the store entrance before attacking another shopper. He makes it outside. That's the video you're watching here. But a man hits him with a shopping cart as he tries to run away. That's a former Marine veteran. Another bystander also jumps in to help. The video ends with an overhead shot of a crowd holding Gilley down in the parking lot after he dropped the knife until police could arrive. In all, 11 people were injured in that attack, but they've all been released from the hospital and are going to be okay. Gilley is now charged with 1 terrorism charge and 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. His bond has been set at $1 million.
Moving now to Detroit's east side, where police say several people were shot while gathering after a funeral. It happened just before 8 at a park near Seneca Street and Moffett Avenue. Police say a burgundy Chrysler 300 pulled up, opened fire, and then sped off. They're not sure how many shots were fired, but there were lots of shell casings at the scene. One adult man was killed and 2 women are in the hospital being treated for their injuries. Right now, police have no suspects, but they're asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP. And new tonight, closer to home, police in Taylor responded to a shooting report near Wick and Party Roads. We reached out to Taylor Police for details, but they're not sharing too much just yet. When our cameras got there, we saw a house taped off and a truck parked in the driveway. As soon as police release more information, we'll pass it along to you.
Ann Arbor police are investigating prowlers near the University of Michigan. The latest was seen early this morning on East Kingsley. Other prowlers were reported on White Street, Dewey Avenue, and Thayer Street. There's no surveillance video yet, and the suspect descriptions are still being gathered. Extra patrols are now in student housing areas. Police are asking people to call 911 if they see anything suspicious on campus. Also, keep blinds closed and use outdoor lighting.
A Grosse Pointe Woods City Council meeting was packed tonight due to a controversial zoning issue. Many residents spent the afternoon protesting before tonight's meeting over a zoning change that a medical office building on Mack Avenue be replaced by commercial business. The Planning Commission has already recommended City Council approve the rezoning. Some residents are concerned it will make the roadway more commercialized and drive out local business and increase traffic. Supporters say it will bring more money, though, into the city's pockets.
As someone who is a young person who likes to do things in my own community, I would love the opportunity to be able to ride down Mack Avenue and go to different restaurants, different shops, different kinds of entertainment venues. Right now in Grosse Pointe Woods, we really lack that.
I don't think anyone is going to compensate me for the loss in value of my home due to its proximity to a restaurant.
No decision was made tonight by City Council. Residents opposing the measure say they feel they haven't been listened to. They say they'll continue fighting to block the rezoning proposal.
A Detroit family is speaking out tonight. A teen boy was killed in a shooting last week, but his mother, Mian Melvin, says she wasn't allowed into Henry Ford St. John Hospital to see her son before he died. She only found out about his death after waiting for hours outside the hospital in the summer heat. Will Jones spoke with the family and reached out to the hospital to see if they're reconsidering their protocols after what happened.
This was the worst moment of this mother's life. She rushed here to Henry Ford St. John Hospital to check on her son, but she was told she couldn't see him and she couldn't even be in the building.
My baby, he was loving, he was caring.
Mian Melvin rushed to Henry Ford St. John Hospital after she found out her 17-year-old son, Keon Sattler, was brought in after being shot Friday on Detroit's east side. When she arrived, she says the hospital staff showed little compassion.
They basically told me that I couldn't go back there until I talked to, the detectives.
Even after talking with detectives, she says she was forced to wait outside in the heat for hours.
They finally get me in there. They get me in the room to let me know what's going on with my son. By this time, they're telling me my son was deceased.
Youth mentor Tucson Knight came to the hospital Friday to support the family. He says this isn't the first time a family of a gunshot victim has experienced this kind of treatment.
I understand that a family member cannot go inside where they're operating. My problem is that they won't even let them in the hospital. Like, where is your common decency? This is the worst time in this family's life.
Now this family is demanding changes at St. John Hospital.
I think we were treated poorly and they need to come up with a system for those type of situations, especially with minors.
Henry Ford Health released a statement saying, in part, we work every day to treat our patients, their families, visitors, and team members with respect, kindness, and compassion. Patient privacy laws restrict us from commenting on specific cases, but we can share we are investigating these claims. As for the shooting investigation, Detroit police tell me no one is in custody. We're on Detroit's east side. Will Jones, Local 4.
A Highland Park man is facing murder and hate crime charges. Police say he killed a woman after learning she was transgender. 28-year-old Christina Hayes was found dead behind a Woodward Avenue laundromat in June. Investigators say 18-year-old Malik Fales paid Hayes for sex. Then, after figuring out she was transgender, he's accused of strangling her. He's also accused of taking her money, her shoes, and phone, and then running away. He's expected back in court later this month.
Michigan is reporting its second human case of West Nile virus this year. This time, it's in Oakland County. The patient hasn't traveled, which means the virus was likely picked up here in Metro Detroit. Mosquitoes carry West Nile and have already been found across the region, including in Wayne, Washtenaw, and Macomb counties, even before the first human case was confirmed just over a week ago in Livingston County.